born and raised in Nakuru. So when I finished high school, I moved to Nairobi. So I basically didn't go to college. Yeah, so after trying to figure out life, after high school, everybody around like your age group has gone to college, just trying to figure things out. So around 2015, a friend of mine sent me a link about like this business accelerator program by the government. It was called Kenya Youth Empowerment Project, a one-year project. So because I wasn't really doing anything with my life, I decided to apply. Yeah, so after it was like giving life skills, entrepreneurship skills, and then after the one-year project, we got like a 3-month internship. So there were usually two sectors, because there were formal sector and informal sector for those guys who went to college and uni, and for those of us who didn't. So because I was in the informal sector, you were sort of like asked to choose where you want to be placed in internships. I was still young, still didn't know what I was doing. So my first choice was IT for some reason. Can't explain why. And my second choice was craft. So when they were doing placements, the IT placements were completely filled. So I was asked, are you gonna do like your second choice was crafts? I was like, it's okay. Yeah, I really have nothing else to do. So during my 3-month internship, I was placed with this lady who stays along Jago Road. She's been doing beading like for around 3 decades. So she taught me like the basics of beading, like the Maasai jewelry, like the Maasai necklaces. That's what I did for like 3 months. And then after that, I was doing some work for her. And honestly, I was not in love with beading at that point, because beading is it's work intensive, it's a lot of work. So when I was doing the Maasai belts, I wasn't really in love with it. I didn't think this is the direction I wanted with my life. So I was looking for like a job. We are all looking for like the 8 to 5 placements, right? So eventually I got a job. I was a school receptionist in South Sea. It was South Sea or South Bay? I think it was South Sea. Yeah. So when I got there, I think that was like, it was reality check for me, because I'm a very visual person. I'm a very creative person. So being confined in one space, doing the same thing over and over, it was a very, very hard time for me. And this was my first official like job. So I was really excited. I was like, yes, now I have like stability. I can move out. I can start my life. And then when I get there, I wasn't really happy. The job was a bit stressful. So I didn't even stay for long. I was there for about 3 months. And during those 3 months, I was always doing research on YouTube, everywhere, just about like beading, design, and seeing all these crazy things people are doing with beads. And I was like, I already have the basic skills. What's stopping me? I need to figure out my life. This is not what I want to do. So after 3 months, I resigned. It was a very random day that it was not planned. I resigned on that day. I was very happy because I was very stressed during that time. I resigned and I decided, you know what, I love fashion, I'm very visual, why not start like a jewelry brand, because I already have like the basic skills. So when I was starting, when you have a vision, you are very happy, like this is what I want to do with my life, I'm so excited, but I had zero skills, zero. So the things I was doing is the things basically you see on the same market. So I was doing what I was seeing, and still my stuff was terrible. Honestly, it was terrible. But no one is going to be honest with you when you're in that space where you're very excited about what you're doing. So I was making basic stuff, selling at basic prices. No one was really buying at that time, but I was still very passionate. And the thing is, even when you're broke, being broke, there's a thing about being broke and passionate in that space. It's a very motivating place to be at, because I wasn't even as broke as I wasn't thinking about getting a job. I was just thinking about this vision I have and all these skills I wanted to gain. So I was really on YouTube. YouTube was my uni, honestly. I got a lot of skills from YouTube. I got a lot of skills from people I met. So when I was starting to sort of like find my niche in how I wanted to do design, it was like, I'm saying it as if it's like a short journey, but it's been years of like growing into the vision I wanted to do in terms of like the stuff I'm making right now. But YouTube has been my school, honestly. A lot of people around me have helped in terms of like building skills, but also in terms of business. it's still a learning process. But when I was starting, I had no idea about business. I didn't know about the creative business and what it takes to build a sustainable business. So it's been a really like a learning curve for the last 5 years.